I honestly think a level of greed is necessary for a person to make it in trading. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing so that you do not miss future videos. Like this video, that's the only thing I'll ever ask you to do. If you are looking to download stuff for robots, indicators, books, and stuff like that, there are links in the description box below. Visit those blogs and see if you cannot find what you are looking for. Let's get into today's video. Of course, I am not trying to be controversial or anything, but we were having this discussion with my other friends over the weekend, and we were discussing trading, and the topic of greed actually came up because I think when you start learning trading, you are always, I think it's among the first things that you are taught. Don't be greedy. 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 I personally, honestly think that you actually need a certain level of greed in order to make it in the markets. Let's face it, we are not in the markets to save the world. We are not in the markets to bring people to Christ. We are not in the markets to save humanity. Trust me, deep down, I know. You might feel free to disagree with me. Feel free to disagree with me. I'll be checking out your comments in the comment section below. Feel free to disagree with me, but I honestly believe deep down in you, if you are trading, the core motivation is to try and make as much money as you can from the market, whether you're trading the forex markets, the stock markets, the indices, or synthetic markets, or binaries, whatever you're trading. I believe the core element in every person is to try and milk the system as much as they can. You can tell me that that's not greed. I don't know, but I believe it's a certain level of greed. We are all in the markets for one thing only, to make money. We are not there to bring people to Christ. So I honestly believe for people to actually make money, they need to actually have a certain level of greed. I'm not talking about what I would term blind greed. Of course, I would not say entirely greed is good. Of course, there are instances where certainly I would say no, that's bad. But I would say, instead of just saying greed is bad, don't be a greedy trader, don't be greedy with markets and stuff like that. I would say manage your greed, or stay away from blind greed. You know, where you definitely don't know what you're doing. You probably are just entering trades blindly, that blind greed. You do not know what you are doing. For example, let's say, okay, this is gold. I didn't want to do this on the charts. There, there are instances where, of course, you probably saw this breaking out, and you probably were here, and then you just entered 100 lots, for argument's sake. You just enter 100 lots here, hoping that it would what? Sell. And definitely your account cannot handle 100 lots. That's blind greed, because see what happened there. It retraced, and definitely you would have been taken out. That's blind bad greed. But let's say you are a person who understands that, of course, it's going to break out and it's going to retest, and you are waiting for it here, and you bet your entire account on it, and look what it did, and you made money and you got out. You had clear control of the situation. Why would greed be bad in that scenario? Why wouldn't I want to make as much money as I can in that scenario where the market environment, everything is favoring me? Of course, I would want to make as much money as I can. Of course, to some people, that's greed. That's being greedy. Let's say you saw this uptrend. Of course, there was an obvious W pattern there, and you saw that certainly at some point the market was going to go this way, and definitely you bet all your money on the market going up, and it did. Where is the bad greed in there? You identified where you were entering, you identified your stop losses, you identified your take profits. Where is it bad? I'm trying to put it out there. Of course, feel free to disagree with me, but honestly, I believe every trader, in order to make money in the market, you need to have a certain level of greed. Avoid blind greed. Of course, I'm against people just getting into the markets and doing things that do not know what they are doing. They are just placing trades. They're just all over the place. They don't even know. They don't have a system. They don't know what they are doing. I'm certainly against that. But if a person has a system that works, a system that gives them good returns, why shouldn't that person like bet their whole account on that? Of course, systems will fail. Of course, strategies will fail. They are not always 100%. But say a person spots an opportunity, a good setup, and it's turning out. Why shouldn't that person milk that position as much as they can? Because, for example, greed is fine in a trendy market, like what happened here. Here, I would say it's good to be greedy. The market is in your favor. If you entered here, if you entered there, or if you entered there, the market is working for you. If you happen to have sold there, it dropped down there and it retraced there, and you happen to catch this, and you probably started building, selling all the way, and then here you notice that we are out, and you closed out your trades, and you chased the market and made your money, as much money as you could. I don't see anything wrong with that kind of greed. So yeah, I'm against people following blind greed. Underlying that, there is what I believe is a blind greed, certainly, where a person doesn't know what they are doing. But I honestly believe, to say greed is bad for trading, that traders must not be greedy, I think is just putting everything under an umbrella. Not every situation is the same. I believe there's a bad side of something, and I believe there is a good side of something. I believe the empires of the old world, the British empires, some of them, they still exist today. They just don't exist out in the open. The German empires, Russian empires, Japanese empires, all those things. And I believe all the innovations that we have made as humanity, as humankind, Some of them are actually motivated by greed. The capitalist system, guys, I don't want to get into world history and politics and stuff like that, but I believe at the core of it, the capitalist system is motivated by greed, but it's not greed to an extent where you destroy an economy or you destroy a country or entire system or an entire community. It's greed to a certain level, which I certainly believe every trader should possess a certain level of greed. We are in the markets to make money. We are all in the markets to make money. Nobody's here to hand out flowers or stuff like that. Everyone is in this thing to make money. And I believe a certain level of greed is a certain level of motivation in order to make money in the markets. Where do you draw the line from between the desire to make money and greed? I believe a certain level of greed is okay. Not all greed is bad. Not all greed is bad. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you think greed is bad for traders, or do you think a certain level of greed is okay? A trader has a system that works well. They know their stop losses, they know their lot sizes, they know when to get off, they have their set take profit targets. Why shouldn't they make as much money as they can if the situation is favoring them? Okay, leave your comments in the comment section below. Let's discuss this. I was discussing this with my friends, and I thought let me bring it to the channel just to hear what other people think out there. Like this video, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Until next time, bye.